量下跌，顶级宝石濒临枯竭，宝石价格将要暴涨。
Overall, across the world, in general, colored gemstone production is down. It is down significantly. And that is due to a variety of reasons, including one, the stones are just more difficult to find mining, and two, various political and economic factors. Let's take a look at some of the varieties of colored gemstones and their sources around the world. Let's start with sapphire. What's going on with Sri Lanka? Well, I talk to the Sri Lankans all the time, and production is consistent there. It has been for over 2,500 years, but it is a lower production right now out of Sri Lanka. And fine quality stones, larger fine quality stones Sri Lanka has been known for centuries, is down also. What about the biggest producer of blue sapphire in the world, Madagascar? And if you look at one of the main producing areas, Ilikaka, the Ilikaka Basin area, 1999 there was tens of thousands of miners, reported 60,000 miners there for blue sapphire. Now that figure is probably more in the hundreds. That is producing much less than what it was a decade or a couple decades ago. You know, material that came out of that famous deposit at Pimente, that material that looked almost exactly like top quality cashmere sapphire, that's virtually gone. Of course, when it comes to cashmere sapphire, most of that production happened from 1880 to 1890 by far, especially for fine quality cashmere sapphire. And by the 1930s, the production had virtually diminished to almost nothing. And today, you have very, very little fine quality cashmere sapphire coming out of that area. Myanmar is having its mining issues, legality of mining issues, and their conflict issues in the country. Mogok was just recently taken over by the rebel factions, and there has been bombing in the area. So it is a real problem with production in Myanmar. Production of Burmese sapphire and other gems is down in Myanmar. Now, if we look at other sources in Africa for basaltic blue sapphire, Nigeria is producing a fair amount of material, as across the border in Cameroon that's coming into the market to Thailand and to Sri Lanka. Ethiopia had a tremendous basaltic production near Axum, but internal civil war conflict and war with neighbors has greatly decreased that production. So with blue sapphire, you're looking at nature giving us less stones at this time, finding less stones, and also humanity, civil conflict and issues not allowing mining to give us production from those areas. Let's take a look at ruby. Mozambique, of course, in this century, the last, I would say at least 15 years, top producer for ruby. Gemfields, the major mining company for ruby in Montepuez, Mozambique. Their production has dropped for ruby, especially in finding fine quality, really top quality pigeon blood in sizes over 5 carats for the rough. Very, very difficult now overall. And in Myanmar, you know, it's interesting, we've seen in the laboratory a higher percentage of Burmese rubies from Myanmar, but the production from Mogok has significantly dropped. This again is due to the conflict in the country, bombing of Mogok recently, a lot of political factors going on. The mining is basically illegal and on a very small scale. So production from Myanmar has dropped, and material from the secondary market is coming back into the market. And that's some of the fine quality material from Myanmar you're seeing in the market because the prices have gone so high. Overall, that ruby production is down. Top quality in large sizes. Those prices have gone up dramatically.